What's going on? You're listening to the Waffletop Podcast. My name is Paulo, the biggest talker. I got Rattlesnakes Racks with me today, bruv.
Gangway.
Donny just plain.
Plain Donny, like flipping Nando's chicken. Bam.
Right, that's what you have your chicken.
No, not me, bro.
Man.
You're an idiot. I see what you did there still.
That's
Anyway, go on to the topic, bruv, you idiot. Yeah, go on to the topic, bruv. You get me? Goon.
Every man to themselves.
Yeah? You dumb.
Yeah, no worries, bro. Season your chicken. Anyway.
You dumb, big man. Bruv.
There's a nuisance for that one there still.
Yeah?
There's a nuisance.
But yeah, bruv. A topic today, yeah, and it's... But I think it relates to what's really happening right now, to be honest. It's someone, I believe, bring it to you, innit?
Yeah, for real, bro.
So shout out to them. Has being self-employed become a saturated trend, yeah?
Trust. Saturated
trend, right, yeah. So has being self-employed become a saturated trend? And I think what I can take from that is probably, I think this conversation now is the one to have because of COVID and everything else that's gone on. I think it's affected self-employment massively. And yeah, so I think, well, what do you, man, think?
100%, man. Like,
Right.
I can't even explain it, bruv. Everyone's on their own tip now. It's like, I feel like it's a struggle. Even trying to get a job now. And because obviously, because the furlough thing's till March. So they extended it. It's just like, raw.
But self-employed people don't get furloughed.
That's what I'm saying. It's all that as well. So it's like, raw.
That's a
like,
mad thing as well.
Yeah. Can I get another job?
Unless you're in
can
a
I
job.
Leave?
Right, for example, like yours is where you've got a high risk factor to it.
Yeah.
Where you can financially gain quite a lot.
Yeah.
But obviously a lot of self-employed jobs are different. So like, for example, I think like builders, for example, self-employed, if their man ain't got work,
it's peak for them, bruv. They can't do anything.
Money.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm saying, thankfully for you, you can do it from home, on your computer and whatnot. But I think depending on what you do self-employed wise, definitely there's a lot of self-employed people. It's definitely the way to go. Listen, at one point, no one, like as bad as it sounds, yeah, not everyone can do it, but everyone wants to work for themselves. Do you know what I'm saying? But because you've got so many people doing it now, it's becoming harder. So the only people that I think are prosper from it are the ones that have the drive through the hard times, through the times that you're not making money, nothing like that. You just have to keep pushing, but it's definitely COVID's made it harder. COVID's made it harder.
Bro, and you say pushing, but people are kind of giving up now. It's like, for fuck's sake, bro.
What do you think, Bami?
What do you do next?
Fam, like
it's dumb.
I think it's a very good question, innit? Like, even just in general, as I can hear you, man, talking, my head is actually racing, innit? Like, I genuinely do think that it is becoming a saturated trend, innit? But I don't actually think that's a bad thing. I think, people should be aspiring to be wanting to work for themselves and chasing purpose and desires that they're actually passionate about. You feel me? But obviously...
But realistically, it's not going to happen for everyone.
It most certainly won't, innit? But like, at least some of the experiences and lessons that you will take, even just trying to become self-employed, will make you wiser about being employed in general. Do you know
and then it might take you to a higher place within that employment.
Definitely. It's something my dad told me when I was younger, innit? Like, I've always hated working for people, and he's noticed that. So has my mum, innit? Like, I can't stand it. And it's not that I don't like working for people in the sense that man's gonna go to work and not work hard and that. Like, from every job I go and I work as hard as I can, innit? But like, there becomes a stage where I'm most certainly gonna lose motivation because the stuff I want to achieve in my life, this job takes up too much of my time and me trying to do it.
It's not pushing you at all, bro.
Yeah, like, so like, obviously, definitely there's certain things I learned about employment that help me with self-employment. Like, now I know that getting up isn't optional. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it isn't actually an option. Like, you have to actually treat it like a job. You need to be there at the time you need to be there every day, as if you're going to get shouted at by your boss, but your boss is you. Do you know?
Your own boss.
Exactly.
So like,
exactly.
I do think it's a saturated trend, and I feel like it's just about understanding it, fam. Like, it's saturated, and it is a bad thing for some people in the sense that, like, the low scale, do you know what I mean? Like, the small scale in the sense that everybody's trying to maybe start like some form of Instagram business or this and that. Like, I feel like maybe those areas are a bit saturated in the sense that you 100%. Might not get. I don't even really feel like you should call yourself self-employed. Like, there's a real different level. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, self-employed, it just depends on how you look at it. But I think, it is saturated.
I think we can relate to that because obviously with the hats, like I said to you, it's difficult. We started that during lockdown, and we've had good months and we've had bad months. We're having a few bad months at the moment, to be fair. But it is what it is. I'm not sitting here though and giving up.
No, you can't because what's the point?
You got to think long term. These things
Yeah,
don't
cool,
happen
bro.
overnight. And you know what? Yeah, shout out to Dylan and Kojo, bro.
Yeah, of course.
That Grind City for like them lot have been running for like what they've been doing their thing. Well, Dylan's been doing his thing for like 4 or 5 years.
Bro, he's been grinding,
He's been
bro.
grinding.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's like
So
fam.
and they're just now. I think in the last year we had him on. I had him on an episode before, which you can check out on YouTube as well. And yeah, if you put in Waffletop Podcast, it's on there. But literally, we spoke about it, and he said like it's not 4 or 5 years it's taken them to.
Bro,
he's
it's
been
not
doing
a
this
walk
for a
in the
long
park.
time.
Yeah,
Bro,
everyone,
that's what I'm
it is.
telling you.
But what's the annoying thing is that people do these things, yeah, and think, yeah, by 2-3 weeks, no, a month, I'm gonna be rich, bro. It don't work like that, big
Bro,
man.
it's the same. It's the same
can't think
with
like
this. Like for example,
anything you do for yourself.
It's not off subject because it's the same thing. But when I get asked about the podcast, I don't know if it's the same for you or you.
Yeah.
First question I get off people is, do you make money from it? Now,
No.
honestly, real talk. No, real talk.
Damn,
Do you
like,
do
who
this?
am I,
Do you
bro?
do this as a full-time job?
I fucking
I'm not
chunks.
Chucky, bruv. Yeah.
Fucking chunks,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah.
No, bro.
Well,
I'm fucking coming here and enjoying myself
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Spilling
hear
it
what
out.
I'm saying. It's yeah, like so, like what I've been doing this. Like obviously, Bami's jumped on recently. Donny, we've been doing this for like a year or whatever it is. But I will say one thing, yeah, like because people are enticed to what they see. So, for example, you see, like someone sees a brethren did self-employment, yeah, and they think, oh, that's how sweet it is. So I'm gonna do that, and they think it's that easy.
It's not
Yeah.
fucking
It's
easy,
not.
bro.
The same thing with the podcast thing, yeah. I swear to you, well, these men are comparing me to like Chucky's podcast and all these men, and I'm thinking these are big podcasters, you know. I'm local guy from the area, and I'm saying to you, I'm just here, just talking. I'm just being me. But I'm saying the problem is, yeah, where you talk about it being a saturated like trend. The problem is, yeah, with self-employment and why people fall in and out of it, I think, is because people measure themselves against other people that are self-employed too much, and they don't actually look at themselves. Yeah. So even when you're opening a company, yeah, and you've got, say, like all right, say you've got like a clothing company, easiest solution to do it, yeah. If me and you were to look at Dylan, for example, in Grind City. And we've been doing a clothing company for 5 months, and I said, why the fuck aren't we where they are now? But they've been doing it for 5 years, grinding. Yeah. So, like, I think people measure themselves too much against other people, and I don't think people are strong enough to do it. And you're looking at people who also were in the same boat as you and worked hard for years.
Yeah, of course it is, bro.
I'm telling you, people don't understand what being self-employed actually is as well. This is what I'm telling you about. There's levels to this. Like, bro, being self-employed isn't starting a business that you own, like, and just doing that business alongside other things, innit? Being self-employed is actually having enough money and earning enough money from your venture to actually replace the actual income that you're getting from being employed.
Yes, that's right.
That isn't
that's
like
right.
It's a very, very big difference.
Yeah.
Like, you can start a business before it gets to the level where you're actually gonna be able to live from that business. Is a very, very long time, bro.
Of course, it's a long time, but people
Honestly,
don't think like that. People
like,
don't think like that, bro. They don't think like that.
It's just even the same as the markets. Like, fam, I was not a self-employed trader until 3 months ago.
Yeah,
like,
and how long you been doing trading?
I started in 2013, bro.
All
like,
right.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
2020
It's
now.
2020 now, big
Just
man.
bro, no,
all right.
you
all
feel
right.
me? Like, bro,
all
like,
right.
I didn't actually, I had a job. Niggas know I had a job. You feel me? Like, you have to have a job.
Yeah,
innit?
of course
Like,
you have to.
You actually said when you used to, before you joined the pod and you was a guest, you said you'd actually just left your company.
Bro,
that weren't that long ago.
fam,
as well.
that's what I'm telling, man. Like, bro, I only just am I now able to fund my actual life and everything that comes in my life from the markets, bro. Like, before, that's a dream. Like, bro, I was trying to get there so early when I was young, which is why I was blowing all my accounts. Like, that's what I'm telling you. Being self-employed is not just, oh yeah, that nigga started a business. Like, bro,
I'm gonna do the same thing as him. Yeah, let's do
like,
this.
I understand.
No, bro, it don't work like
the
that.
sentiment, like, especially now as well, like, I actually like it. Like, I like the fact that people are going towards that direction. But like, even the title that people give themselves now, you need to actually take time in it. Like, there is actual steps.
Yeah.
You feel me? Go through the actual steps of and the process of learning the lessons. Like, you're obviously not gonna be the richest and the best self-employed person in the world, but it's a journey, innit? Like, you feel me? You start
small, man. You start small and ain't big, bro.
Entrepreneur with your job, let it all grow together.
If I can give anyone advice, because I've come across these people in my life, and the only way I can say is I think what I do here, or what we do here, sorry, is people can take lessons from what we talk about, but also people can take lessons from what you understanding I'm saying. So, for example, I've had, and this relates to self-employment, and like in terms of how it's not easy, it's not a straight road. Everyone thinks I'm self-employed, I'm making loads of money. It's not the case. You're gonna go through hard shit. I for example, and it does link. I actually had someone at my work go to me like, oh, boom, you man have only got like 100 subscribers on like YouTube, why are you like doing this or whatever, and I was like, bruv, they go like, oh, what did they say to me, this person's got 20,000 subscribers, and I was just like, bro,
did he start there?
Huh?
Did he
start? Did he start there? But the thing is, I'm conversating with people who are not on the same creative level as me, or the same level of thinking as me. So I can never relate to that person. So what they're saying to me is going in one ear and going out the other. 100. And I'll probably say it's the same thing as well. People get talked out of doing self-employment too easy as well. So like and it can be family, it can be friends. Turn around and go, you've had 2 bad months, I think you need to go and find a job, son. Or
I've had that experience as well for a very, very long time with the markets in general. So like again, like you just need to be kind of like
strong,
tough. You need to go through it. Like, and at the end of the day, that's all part of the process. Like you're not just gonna wake up with enough confidence to quit your job. Do you know what I'm saying? It is a part. It's a bit maniacal. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, when you're going to move out of your house, you don't just move out the day that your parents irritate you. Like, you're going to save some money.
Yeah, of course, it's common sense, bro.
There's always a process to something. You don't just do things out of a madness. And that's, again, something I also had to learn. So, like, it definitely is a saturated trend, isn't it? But, like, I feel like we should have respect for the people who were self-employed and the people who were at the start of the journey and want to become self-employed. Like, you're not self-employed because you started something and you're doing something. Like, for instance, I don't know particularly how much Grand City makes, but I feel like they've done an extreme amount of groundwork. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they've now given themselves a good foundation now that they can, whether they're working everyday jobs or whether they're not working, people can clearly see that the brand is going somewhere. That
of course.
Bro,
the way you've got to look at it is, like, so Grind City is, they're actually, like, if you look, like, in West London especially, but, like, there's a lot of people from all sides of London that wear their clothing. And they're the guys that come onto the podcast before.
Yeah.
But when you actually look at it, and I'm saying to you with them, like, I remember talking to Dylan about it afterwards, even before the podcast, during it and afterwards. And he was saying, like, bro, this was after they'd hit a mad sales that they tweeted about one day, like how much sales they made in a day. They tweeted it one day, and I was like, right, you haven't done well that day. And then I just seen, like, recently they tweeted going that they had a target this year and they passed it and made X amount of profit, like more than they expected.
Yeah, of course.
And do you know what I'm saying? But hear what I'm saying, none of that shit comes easy for no one, and I'm sure they'll probably tell you if anyone ever asks them. Same way with whatever you're doing what you've done. I'm sure you'll say the same thing, bruv. What people have to understand is, bruv, if you do start anything up and you have it with the intention to make you a millionaire by next week, you just give up already. No. You can't have that mindset that next week you start up a business, you're going to become a millionaire. Because, well, if you have that mindset, your business will crash very fast.
I didn't even tell you that, bro. Like, the journey will teach you that. You feel me? Like, the journey will teach you that. Like, if you're on the journey long enough to find that out, innit? Like, you're going to find out that way of the thinking doesn't work. It has to be consistent and sustainable.
I actually said the other day, and bearing in mind, so, like, outside of obviously work and that, I do coaching now and again, just volunteering because it's something that I decide to do. But someone had asked me basically to play football, and I said, no, I'm busy doing pod or editing or doing something else. And, I'm all about, if it's not, I'm getting to that age now where I'm like, if it's not making money for me or putting me in a direction, I'm not really interested in doing it. Every man can have fun and do whatever, but for me, if I'm going to prioritise that over kicking ball for an hour, then, do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to. I'm 26, but I'm not going to become a professional footballer, bro. You know what I'm saying? So my focus is somewhere else. And, someone said to me, but you haven't made money off of this. And I said, but this is my point, Too many people think, when you start something,
people have to shut people down so easily, bro. It's jarring, fam. Also, it's so jarring, fam.
The thing is, the big question is, innit? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't get these questions, innit? Because why the fuck are you worried about my money?
Yeah.
Like,
why are you shutting me down so early for?
Why you like, bro? That's the point. Like, this isn't a job. Like, this is not something that I'm doing to make money. If it was, I wouldn't be doing it. You feel me? Like, I didn't come here and say, yo, bro, I'm trying to make 50 billion from the podcast. You feel me? Like, this is what I'm telling you about people's aptitude and IQ. Like, incoming nowadays into a podcast market, there is a lot of people that are doing podcasts in the UK that have big podcasts. Do you feel me? Like, if a man is coming onto a podcast and delivering serious topics that are relatable and funny and enjoyable, do you know what I mean? Like, that is something that you can feel,
change someone's life.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a genuine therapeutic feel. Like, people are coming here, they're having fun, they're enjoying themselves. Like, it is something that could make money in the end, but at the end of the day, innit,
you're not thinking at all.
People are not here for the actual purpose of things. When I first started trading, I was there for the money, and then I became absolutely infatuated with the actual process of the market.
Once you learn the process,
I then went to go and do a master's in finance to understand finance and a lot more in general. Do you know what I'm saying? I then started to manage people's money and actually understand the emotion of actually having other people's money on the line to be able to eventually run a hedge fund. Like, there is a process to everything in life. So in reality, the same as a podcast, like, you're not going to make money from the podcast immediately, but like, I don't expect you to understand that, like, because most people aren't intelligent. Like, bro, I'm not going to have a conversation with somebody that I can clearly see doesn't have a level of IQ that is even worth engaging with. Like, bro, if everything needs to make money to you immediately, why don't you just go to work? Because that's what you should do, innit? Like, every single day you go to work, you can quantify how much money you're making. But I'll make what you make in 1 month in probably 2-3 hours in one day. And that's your business, because my mind is open, yours is closed. So go and work with that closed mindset. You feel me? Like, those are the type of people that I tell you should be in employment. That's what I'm telling you. It's not even about employment or self-employment is better or worse. It depends on the type of person you are. If you're closed-minded and you like a structure and you believe in this and that and things, like, you should go to work every day, because you won't understand what it needs, because you still need that same structure when you're self-employed anyway. It's just about you working for you and you actually putting all your value in yourself.
What do you think, Donny?
No, it's true still. It's different. It's like football as well. Someone like football. Have you got it? You ain't got it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Have you got it? You ain't got it. So when they say, when people say, oh yeah, I'm going to be like Neymar. Bro, you can't just be like Neymar, bro. You need to fucking train for that shit. Practice every day. Like the trading, you're trading as well. Do it every day. Like, you're just learning everything different.
And
every
sometimes,
day. I'm saying,
don't get it twisted. Unfortunately, sometimes you can train as much as you want to put yourself to something, and that might not work out for you.
What training in football?
Training,
of course, 100.
Not work out. However, what you've learnt from that will change the way you look at everything.
100%.
That's so if a door closes, another one will open. I think is the saying, isn't it? So that's what I'm saying to you. Like, we're not like too many people when they say about chasing dreams and all this sort of thing. But too many people.
What does that mean, though? What does that mean, though?
I feel like too many people have their heads in the cloud. It's dangerous telling someone to just chase their dreams without having a realistic factor of shit's gonna get real. So chase your dreams, but no, this ain't easy. This is gonna be hard.
Bruv, you have to think
Don't just tell someone go through the clouds and you'll get to the other end and you're there. That's not always the case.
You gotta think about when my next meal coming in. Shit, I ain't got no money. Oh, it struggles, bruv.
Bro, I'll be real with you. Shall I tell you something now? Yeah, if I chatted to myself 5 years ago, all I give a shit about was going out. No, real talk, Bami. I swear down. All I give a shit about going out. Obviously, I don't drink really too much anymore. Yeah. Not a massive. I'm actually not even a drinker anymore. I wouldn't even say I'm a drinker. Literally 1-2 units. That lifestyle there for me is not for me anymore.
Because you've grown up, bro. Like, you look at things differently.
Hear what I'm saying, yeah. But I'm saying to you, like, you've got, when you're doing this and when you're talking to this, what we've got to remember is as well is we're talking to an audience for young people and older people. The older people will hear the point of it's a process of what we're waiting for. Yeah. And then some younger people are in that mindset now where they want it to happen now. Do you know what I'm saying? Or their priorities are not elsewhere. I'd probably say another thing to do with self-employment is there's do a lot of research on what you want to do before you go into it as well, bro. Because for example, I've seen so many like when you see like people used to go to college and that with, and then they just go, yeah, man's just jumping on a plumbing course because I know I can make bare money from that, and it's like, bro, no, but you want to jump on it because you want to learn how to do it. That isn't the right answer. Do you get what I'm saying? Because them man will flop that say that, you know. They will. I don't know. Anyone that said that to me, just because they want to make bare money, the people that say to me, I want to learn a trade, them people there are making peas now. I can tell you that now. The people that say to me, I see this one's making bare peas from it, cool, that's fine. But men can't even change the fucking pipe on the toilet, bruv. So get off here, man. Do you know what I'm saying? No, but it's true. Like, don't always, when you start something up, like you said, Bami, that you make the mistake of money, yeah? The problem is, man, think about money too much, like, to the point. Money's important, yes. It fucking pays the bread. It's bread, like, everyone needs bread.
Yeah.
But when you're starting a business, yeah, if you just think, yeah, and going back to the point, just if you think that you're gonna be a millionaire overnight, you're deluded, bruv.
Not even a millionaire. Like,
man are moving like some fucking Instagram influencers,
no,
bro.
it don't work like that,
famous
man.
overnight.
It don't
it's
work
not
like
that deep. Doesn't happen like that, bro.
That's it. The fame goes to
it's work hard, fam.
When you do that shit.
Trust me. But you see, with that though, I'm not gonna lie. With that though, like, I feel like it comes with a lot of stress as well. Like, I've got a lot of stress in me.
Yours is a very good point because you used to be a professional footballer.
That was time ago.
This is what I'm saying to you. You used to be a professional footballer.
Time ago.
But this is my point. Yeah, you've gone through certain careers now.
Yeah, it's just,
and it's like you've had changes. So, bruv, for you, you're a little bit older. Yeah. What do you think? Like, obviously, when man's like, that's what I'm saying to you. You've had the disappointment of that worked. You've been up there, and it flopped. Like for you, like so, you know, bruv. You know what I'm saying? And Bami, you know,
it's stress, man. But I mean, like, with all this as well, like, I feel like if you don't give people the right direction, or you ain't got no one telling you what to do, whatever, it can mental health stress. It can stress you out a lot, bro. A lot. So, you know, don't think, oh, we're sitting here getting 50k. It's not the case, bro. You have to learn for that, bro. You have to learn,
I'm leaving here. I'm going to my council house, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm leaving here.
Back to the field.
Back to the ends. Back to the ends, bro. Don't worry about ends. Back to the ends.
House.
That's all you can know.
I will say, yeah, like we say, we're going back to answering that question. I think there's so many areas to look at with it, but it's not a saturated. I don't think it's a saturated place for people who are driven and will actually work hard to get to where they want to be. The only people that say it's saturated, I think, are the people that give up. Unfortunately, like I said to you, just because you hit a bump or something doesn't work out for you for 5 months, does that really mean you failed? No.
Not at all.
It does.
Yeah, that's a good way to end it still. I don't think the market can ever be saturated for people who are willing to work hard still. And for the people who aren't, you'll just find out that you either are here for the wrong reasons and change to become somebody who is willing to be there for the right reasons, or you'll fall off early, man, because it's not easy, bro. That's what I'm telling you. Like, the way your mind will start to move when you don't have a job and you have not had a job for a while, and you're used to working and you're used to being able to have the luxury that a job provides you. Do you know what I mean? It's very, very different. And
yeah, of course it is.
That's I think
that's a
factor still.
Yeah, of course.
That's a good one to end on still. But yeah, like I said to you, follow the socials, leave a comment, let us know what you think. Just let us know below in the video of what you think. Like, share and subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on Spotify and SoundCloud. YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud is all Waffletop Podcast. You can also find us on Facebook as well. Instagram's Waffletop PC. And yeah, like I said to you, just share the video. Tell us what you think. What do you think? Is it a saturated place? Self-employment? Let us know.
Honestly.
Don't know.
In a bit.
Cool.